Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You know what time it is. It's the Masks Off NFL Football Podcast. With you, with you as usual, it's the kid, the fuck Prince of Narnia, a.k.a. Glock Lesnar. With me as usual, my brother, Derek, a.k.a. Squiggle Master. What's going on, man?
Oh, we're fucking chilling, bro. Fucking, hey, man, it feels good. I'm not even, like, stressing about nothing, bro. Had a good week of work, going to the Super Bowl, all good over here for the most part. Introduce this guy below us.
Happy to hear that you're doing all good. And to introduce, I mean, there's not much you could say, but I'll do my darndest. We have His Royal Mookness,
All right.
Marlon McGee. You'll see him on TV, no doubt, indeed. How are you doing, my guy?
We're having a great time. We're having a great time. Ready to get into it, man.
Hey, like it. And I just want to clarify, when I say below us, he's fucking below us in the video form, fuckers. Just making sure.
Maybe I should look up.
Yeah. Like you're there. You go.
It's not a racial thing.
Yeah, no. So let's run to the conference championship. Mook, you're a first guest here. I mean, you're not the first guest, but you're here. I just want to know what you think about these games. I'm assuming you watched them, and what you think about
them. I'll start with like the obvious one that I've been hearing a lot of like post game talk about, right? Aaron Rodgers definitely could have ran on that third, or that was at the third down. He definitely could have ran. There was nothing but green in front of him, and the field goal was like, I mean, you have to go for it. It's the postseason, take the risk, but at the same time, it's a little bit on Aaron Rodgers for not running for that, scrambling for that touchdown potentially. So I'll start with that. Other than that, the KC Bills game kind of went as expected. Not really any complaints there. I mean, they came out and started firing on. So the muff pass by Mecole Hardman was, godly. Yeah.
I think that was like, I feel like that was just bound to happen though, just for the remaining fact that like, what's a playoff game with us not down by down by 2 scores? Like it was just like fate saying, hey, let's keep the streak going,
right?
And then we'll go up 21-9, and the rest is history.
Yeah, I mean, they bounced back and responded pretty well, and they kept feeding Mecole, which was important.
Yeah,
try to get his confidence back. But and I was having a great time watching Josh Allen just sit there and eat sacks because he wanted to, I guess.
Bro, talk about pettiness though, bro. When he threw the football, like, I mean, I get it. He's frustrated, but when he throws the football at a fucking Alex Okafor that fucking sees the field like 12% of the time.
Pause.
I think they smashed Okafor.
What's up?
Pause.
What?
Pause.
What?
Breaking news from NFL. The Lions are expected to trade Matthew Stafford before the Super Bowl. This is happening really soon.
There's no team though, but it's just saying that it's like there's probably a team, and they're just not telling us who it is.
They're not revealing the team, but they're saying that they're expected to trade Stafford before the Super Bowl.
Oh, that's interesting. This kind of seems like an Alex Smith thing. When Alex Smith, we traded Alex Smith before the Super Bowl. When we drafted Mahomes that year, we traded Alex Smith to the football team, got Kendall Fuller, and I don't know. That's just kind of nutty. It doesn't happen often where big names like that go before the season. So
that's gonna be big. It's a real stacked. I think everybody's trying to get ahead of the ball right now, trying to get their guy out. I mean, you have Deshaun Watson in the market.
Let's talk about that in a little bit. Let's get back to this conference game.
But I had to break that news real quick.
Fair.
It's not often we get to break news on the podcast,
that's
but
fair.
Hey,
that's fair.
Big things that it's because we have Marlon out here. I mean, the big news is just rolling in. It happens.
That's facts.
I just wanted to say, like, AFC Championship, I could have told you how that game was going to go. Like, the only thing that I didn't see coming was that it was Mecole Hardman who was going to be fucking up. And then the Chiefs were just like, okay, so let's do this. Let's just give him the opportunity to go off, and he did. You know what I mean? It's not like they came back with somebody else. Like, they gave him a chance to fix himself. Tyreek Hill, I mean, he just looks like Like when we talk about man among boys, we make it think about like a guy who's being like bigger and stronger than everybody else. But Tyreek Hill, he looks like he was playing on fucking All Pro out there while everybody was playing on All Madden. Like absolutely disgusting. And then for the NFC Championship, real quick before you talk, I think it's the Bucks pass rush is what made the difference against the Packers. They had Aaron Rodgers looking uncomfortable from the first snap. I'm really interested to see how that Bucks pass rush goes up against a banged up Kansas City offensive line, even though Kansas City's been handling it since week 1.
Yeah, it's not a new thing. It's not a new thing.
But now Eric Fisher, it's going to be interesting with Eric Fisher out. I'll say that.
They got some dogs up there, but I'll tell you.
No.
Shaquille Barrett and Dominic, like I'm told, like I'll give the Chiefs the benefit. I'm still picking the Chiefs.
I'm getting that. No, I get that. That's going to be the biggest challenge of the game, I think. But the good thing is that all of these players have experience starting in this system. Like there's no really new players. Rimmers, Allegretti, Ryder's the only one. Like I mentioned to you, Theo Ryder's the only one that stayed this whole year. There's experience, but I do want to mention this. It sucks to say it, but the Packers did have ample opportunity to take over that lead. Bullshit call. Aaron Rodgers should have ran it. I agree with that. I think that was the Packers game to lose, and also the pass rush was really, really good. With the AFC Championship, I didn't want to say it, but that's how I wanted to say it last week. Like I just did see nothing from Josh Allen that impressed me too much. Throughout the whole postseason, like to say that they were going to beat us. Yeah. We went on a 38-7 run. So we were down 9-0, and we went on a 38-7 run. And then they scored that garbage time touchdown to keep them in the game. But yeah, so it really wasn't much. It just goes to show that like you may question this team's offense at times, but when we really want to win, it just seems like we really can win. We really will.
Are you talking about the Chiefs?
Yeah.
Who's questioning the Chiefs?
No, over the past few weeks, they were saying that our offense, we've only won 1-score games. We won. The difference is we won these tight games, but like, they're questioning our explosiveness to the offense essentially, and how much we can actually like beat teams rather than barely like winning possession games.
Kelsey addressed it. He said they just got into a lull.
Yeah. I mean, we were winning games. Like that's the difference between the Chiefs and most teams is that even though they're tightly contested games, we still win the games. But that that was like a big thing like going into it. But we blew the door. We blew the door off the Bills. It's gonna be good.
That's just fucking dumb. I gotta say, like whoever's questioning the Chiefs
think the same
offense,
thing.
Like get a real job.
No, I think the same thing. But yeah, there was like questions saying that like how explosive you see these other teams beating teams like smacking them, and then we're just winning by 1 score. So
listen, sometimes winning by 1 score is the best proof that your offense can have, because the fact of the matter is that no matter how good your offense is throughout NFL history, you're not scoring 50 points a week. It's just not happening.
Yeah.
The defense like comes up with a good game plan and they come out and smack you. Sometimes like explosive means explosive weapons, and you have a lot of guys that can get it done. And as long as you're getting it done,
yeah,
and score 17 points in a game.
Right, that's how I look at it. That's how that Falcons game. That's how I looked at it. Like everyone's like, our offense was lackluster, but it proved our defense can step up against a top 5 offense at that time. At that time, the Falcons were a top 5 offense. So that neither here nor there. I just do want to point out this quick tidbit. Mahomes has a better winning percentage when the opponents score first than when the Chiefs score first. It's kind of nutty. I never thought
What's happening in KC right now is like a college team, like Clemson, just going out and like they're expected to win most of the time. Like I've never seen, what is it, his last 26 starts or whatever, last game, 26 games. He's like 24, 25. How much?
He's 25. He's lost 1 game since 2019.
Yeah, that's college football. Like they're approaching this like a college. Like we just need to get to the.
He has never lost by more than 1 score.
Oh yeah,
the last time he lost by more than 1 score, it was 2016 at Texas Tech.
Like Jesus, right?
I'm not. We're not trying to make it this about that. I just let's get the snubs, bro. Let's go to Pro Bowl.
Yeah, let's get over there. So we have a couple of snubs to talk about here and there across both conferences, across many positions. That being said, the single-handed worst snub of the year, we're going to start off right there, is these tight ends in the NFC. Good fucking God. As a proud fan of the NFC, to see my tight ends represented by TJ Hawkinson and Evan Ingram is a slap in the face, especially when the AFC tight ends are Travis Kelce and Darren Waller. And that could be two of the top 3 in the league, definitely top 5, no doubt. How Robert Tonyan was not a Pro Bowler over Evan Ingram, that's going to haunt me forever. Evan Ingram had 1 touchdown on the year and 9 drops, okay? Robert Tonyan had 10 touchdowns on the year, which I believe was tied for second among tight ends in the league.
I think.
Which one of you slapdick idiots is putting together these Pro Bowl teams that you look at Evan Ingram stats and you'd be like, that's the guy right there. That's what we want.
Listen.
You know what? Evan Ingram is the perfect example of why the 40 time is so important at the combine. They talk about it being millions of dollars. Evan Ingram built his career off of his 40 time at the NFL combine. That's the best thing he's done in his entire life. Was run a fast 40.
Let me tell you something. There's a few teams that literally have nothing to hope for in the in the regular season and like live for the Pro Bowl to vote to get their guy in. And let me just say something. Detroit's one of those fucking towns, one of those cities. New York is one of those cities, and by golly, Chicago is one of those fucking cities. I mean, just look at Mitch's MVP. Yeah, like that alone, fucking whatever. Tonyan should have been a Pro Bowler. Don't know why he wasn't. Kind of bullshit. I get it, like, hey man, good job, Detroit. You guys fucking want to vote that you guys did. Like, good job.
And how long was Ingram injured? Like, I'm pretty sure
Ingram gets injured. He fucking pulls a hammy every other game. It seems like
he's like Jordan Reed.
No, he's like Sammy fucking Watkins at this point. That's what he's fucking like.
Because he's so fast.
Fucking I want to transition this real quick because I just you got me fired up. First off, I'm going to allude back to the Chicago fucking votes. Why the fuck is Khalil Mack in the Pro Bowl over the likes of maybe Shaquille Barrett, Trey Hendrickson? Trey Hendrickson's a DN, but still, he had a better statistical year than Khalil Mack. Shaquille Barrett did too, playing 1 less game. Khalil Mack had 9 sacks, Shaquille Barrett had 8 sacks, but at the end of the day, Shaquille Barrett played 1 less game, but he had more tackles, he had more same amount of forced fumbles, same amount of pass defense, and same amount of more QB hits. He had like 3 more QB hits in 1 less game. I don't know. And he had the same amount of tackles for losses. Khalil Mack, you shouldn't be in the Pro Bowl. You're in there because of your name game.
Yeah. Trey Hendrickson should have been a Pro Bowler over both those two. Shaquille Barrett's a top defender. Khalil Mack is like Khalil Mack. But Trey Hendrickson should have been over both those clowns. He was big dick swinging. Cameron Jordan went out and they were like, there goes the Saints pass rush. And he was like, got it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
bro, it helped. That front four, like, the best thing about that front four in New Orleans is that they're so good and they have so much depth. It's going to be hard because they have to pay Trey Hendrickson. But, like, you have the likes of, like, Marcus Davenport. Who else was it? Cam, Trey,
Sheldon
Richardson. Like you have, there's so much within that. Like you could have put that whole fucking D line as a fucking Pro Bowler, and I would be okay with it over what they have right now.
They're the most consistent like D line to me. I think
they're the most consistent fucking defense. To be completely honest, allowing their first 100-yard rusher in like 4 years to the Eagles this year, like they're the most consistent defense.
Right.
Speaking of the Eagles, Brandon Graham being a Pro Bowler also doesn't sit right with
Philadelphia.
me.
Speaking of the Eagles, Philadelphia's another one of those fucking cities. Sorry.
Yeah. Where Marlon, let me pass this to you real quick. I want you to talk a little bit about the single-handed most underrated story in the NFL this year, which was undrafted free agent rookie James Robinson. Like, I'm looking at Josh Jacobs' stats, who was a Pro Bowler, and I'm looking at James Robinson's stats, and James Robinson was a little bit better of a rusher and a lot better of a receiver. So please talk about James Robinson down there in Jacksonville, if you will.
James Robinson is one of the most pleasant surprises to come out of Jacksonville, and one of the few bright spots to happen in this league. I don't have any stats up on me right now, but just I mean, it kind of undervalues what Leonard Fournette did. I feel like, because he came in and just did the exact same job and kind of carried the team from there. It's going to be a great situation for Urban Meyer and Trevor Lawrence to get into. I mean, he should be in the Pro Bowl.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
I also agree with. I want to go on record saying that I think James Robinson is better than Leonard Fournette.
Yeah, he might be.
I mean, Leonard Fournette, like, he played well. He played well his first year, but like his next 2-3 years, like he didn't really do much after that. Like he was just like, but once again, this is 1 year with James. Maybe James Robinson is doing the same thing Leonard Fournette did, but regardless, like the way it looks, because he can catch out of the backfield. What they did with Leonard Fournette, they had Leonard Fournette, and then they had T.J. Yeldon with him to catch out of the backfield. Like the fact that James Robinson is one of those do-it-all backs, like that I think that just elevates him so much.
Yeah.
James Robinson this year, he had 1,070 yards rushing with 7 touchdowns on the ground. And on top of that, he had 49 catches for 344 yards. That's 7 yards reception as a running back. And he had 3 receiving touchdowns. And he played 15 games as an undrafted free agent rookie in Jacksonville.
Fucking your ball, you get the call.
He stood out to me as a complete running back. I can't remember the last time I saw a dude come out of college, anybody, like drafted anywhere, like even like Ezekiel Elliott, Derrick Henry. None of these guys looked so complete coming out of college and just walking into the league being ready to go. He had the power, he had the receiving ability, he has the agility, he has the breakaway speed. He's one of those guys that you could tackle for 3 quarters and then the 4th quarter be like, I don't know about that. He's 5'10", 220 pounds.
He's
the
unit.
That's a thick little guy right there. Fuck that. Jesus.
Right.
James Robinson, like, come on, like, maybe Las Vegas is one of those teams too, because like, what the dude, they're pissing me off. That's or whatever. It's pissing me off. All right, what else, bro? So I knew this was a big conversation between you two. I know we talked about it, but Bryce Callahan over Stephon Gilmore. Can you clarify both of your guys' sides?
Certainly. Well, before I say anything against Stephon Gilmore, I just want to be very clear that I'm a huge Stephon Gilmore fan. I think he is still one of the best cornerbacks in the league. I think he, on that New England defense, he's a great leader. He definitely deserved Defensive Player of the Year last year over any of the other slapdicks that they had going up against him. That being said, to say that this was Stephon Gilmore, like one of his better years, is just purely incorrect. It's just fake news. Whoever's telling you that is lying. You should cut them out of your life. He had 1 interception on the year, which is his lowest number since his rookie year in Buffalo. He had a forced fumble, 1, which is also one of, not his lowest, but, you know, not really doing too much there. He had his lowest number of tackles, and he didn't even play the full season. He played in 11 games. On the other hand, Bryce Callahan, even though he played in and started 10 games, had 2 interceptions, had more tackles than Stephon Gilmore. This is just a perfect example of it being a name game, because Bryce Callahan deserved to be in the Pro Bowl as much as Stephon Gilmore did, but he would never get the look over a guy like that. And I'm a big fan of Stephon Gilmore, but Bryce Callahan stepping up on that Broncos defense that was severely depleted all year, he's not a name that I was talking about at the beginning of the year, but shit, he balled. You're getting the call, Bryce Callahan. What's up?
Okay, I like it. All right.
Yeah, they really. I think the Broncos defense really stepped up towards the end there.
Wait, so do you guys agree or disagree?
I didn't disagree with them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you said we were going to have a conversation about it, so you didn't take a stance on it.
Did I?
Yeah. Well, I understand why you would say that, because if someone like out of the blue said to me like Bryce Callahan's a better player this year than Stephon Gilmore, I would have questions.
You know what? Hold on. Let me one up everything. Let me just do this. Okay. How about my guy L'Jarius Sneed coming in? He played 9 games. He had 3 interceptions. He had the same amount of pass defense as Bryce Callahan. Oh no, he had 7 pass defense, and he had more than both of them, almost the same amount of them combined. Bryce Callahan had 42 tackles. L'Jarius Sneed had 41. L'Jarius Sneed had 2 sacks. I don't think either of them got a sack. I mean, I'm just fucking like, this is just a joke. Like, I think we know this is a joke. I just thought L'Jarius Sneed played very well though. He played better than both of these players in less games.
L'Jarius Sneed made it easy for.
He had 3 QB hits. They all had no QB hits. I'm just going off of these pure Pro Football Reference stats, but I mean, L'Jarius Sneed balled fucking better than both of them in less games.
Yeah.
Well, I won't disagree with that. I've been a L'Jarius Sneed fan.
You got me on L'Jarius Sneed.
For a long time, I've been with it.
Yeah.
But correct me if I'm wrong, he's a safety, right?
No, he's a corner.
No.
He's playing corner?
They converted him to corner. He got drafted as a safety, but they converted him to corner.
All year?
All year. He's been our number 1. He's been our number 2 corner because he did break his collarbone. It went when he was in the game, it kind of went Breland, Sneed, Ward, but then Sneed's now the number one corner there.
This is news to me. I thought he was a safety.
No, he got drafted as a safety, but now he's a corner.
Well, then he should be fucking in there over both
Yeah.
counts. No joking. Like, how many picks did he have? He had 3 picks. That's as many as both those other guys combined. Like, let's just leave that there.
They had 8 pass defense, and he had 7 by himself.
I'm looking at his last 4 games that he's played against New Orleans, Atlanta, Cleveland, Buffalo. He's closing the year with a sack in each game.
Yeah.
Like, he's a legitimate pass rusher at this point he's at the cornerback position.
You know what he is? He's a legitimate steal in the fucking draft in the 4th round.
Yeah, I was like, God bless.
We were talking about it when I saw him. I instantly told you that's the guy I want. I hope we get that guy. But I really love the fact that he wasn't stealing the draft. And I want to add that he has continued the streak he has in 6 consecutive games at a sack. Because he got one in Cleveland and he got one last week in Buffalo.
No, that's what I'm saying. Saints, Falcons, Cleveland, Buffalo.
Oh, 4. Okay. Oh, I thought it was. Oh, gotcha. Okay, yeah, then 4 then. I thought that was regular season.
That was just the last 4 games that he played because I'm seeing he didn't play.
He broke his collarbone week 4, or week 3, and then he didn't play till week 11. It looks like.
Yeah.
So
game 11. He started the year with 2 straight games with a pick.
Dude, he was the 10th highest graded rookie. I think he had a really good chance of defensive rookie of the year if he played every game.
Could be, honestly, I'm not mad if they give that to Chase Young. Like, Chase Young had a Khalil Mack type impact on that defense.
Yo, 9.5 sacks, right? And did you see I know I don't want to say it the wrong way, right? But did you see the hit he delivered to Joe Burrow? Oh my God, that was like.
I saw it 6 or 7 times. I was like, bloop, 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 roll it back, bloop, 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 roll it back again, because like.
He was like, "You're not."
That reminds me of when Von Miller dicked down Cam Newton in the Super Bowl. Like, that's the 2nd overall pick, just demolishing the first.
You're talking
pick.
About when Joe Burrow tried to dive into the end zone and
Chase Young was hitting absolutely 0%.
I just wanted to make sure because that was a fun hit. That was pretty fun.
He was like, "Hold this for me."
Clean hit too. No, I don't think there's a flag.
Clean hit, beautiful. Yeah. That's what you coach.
That is defense. That is what defense should look like every Sunday. All right.
Yeah.
I will say this.
Daniel Sorensen.
Dirty Dan, not Dirty Dan.
Dirty Dan.
That's his nickname. That's his nickname. That's been his nickname for like a few years now because he does the dirty work, quote unquote. He did the dirty work there.
He was doing the dirty work.
But yeah, so I think another big snub was it looks like DeForest Buckner. How many sacks did he have this year? He had double-digit sacks, right? If I remember right.
I want to say around. See, he had 7. I thought 7 or 8.
I don't know exactly.
It's more than that.
I got you. In total,
9.5.
9.5. So you almost double digit.
9.5? Okay.
At a D tackle position, and once again, just revolutionizing the game.
He's one of those, like, when the Colts signed him in the offseason, I was like, if that hits, that's going to be really good, but I didn't think it was going to hit that nicely. But he's one of those pieces that made that Indianapolis defense so good. Like, you have to say he was part of it. And then Xavier Rhodes isn't what he was anymore, but Xavier Rhodes coming, DeForest Buckner coming, like, they were key contributors. DeForest Buckner should absolutely be a Pro Bowler, and I had him over Cameron Hayward and Calais Campbell, who are both, like, great players.
Calais Campbell was injured half the fucking season.
Yeah. Name value. That's just the name value.
Which one?
Campbell. Campbell was injured like half the season.
Mm-hmm.
Well, again, it's classic, like you said, name value. But DeForest Buckner was playing like he was trying to prove himself. Like, people were saying that it didn't matter. He didn't matter in San Francisco. I said he didn't matter at San Francisco.
No. I think what we talked about this a lot, me and you. I don't know if you remember that, right? We said that DeForest Buckner, at least I did. I think we were both agreeing that DeForest Buckner was a good part of that defense, but it was the fact that we were really upset that they decided to keep Solomon Thomas over DeForest Buckner.
There's no way. The reason they decided, they just didn't have. They didn't
cap.
want to.
It was cap. Yeah, but yeah. I think we were talking about that. They should have found a way to keep DeForest Buckner because he was by far the best player on that offensive or that defensive line. Nick Bosa, yeah, but I mean, when you have a lot of people soaking up the interior, Nick Bosa got a lot of one-on-ones, which helped. But he's fucking 6'7" too, so
yeah. No. Yeah, DeForest Buckner was holding the water when Eric Armstead came, like, he got back into the groove this year, but DeForest Buckner was holding the water before him though.
Yeah, and Eric Armstead, I don't think he really. Yeah, but I get it. I get it. Money's the root of all evil when it comes to especially next year with this offseason with the salary cap not going up. I think it's going down actually.
Yeah.
So that's going to be interesting for a few teams, Chiefs, to figure the fucking shit out because. Hopefully,
the Chiefs have that. The Chiefs have the Magic 8 Ball.
Yeah, they had the Magic 8 Ball.
Monopoly man over
but
here.
But they're accounting for the salary cap to go up. They did not account for the salary cap to go down.
Derek, can I ask you a question?
What's up?
How do you feel about?
Sorry.
Huh?
What?
How do you feel about Darrell Williams?
I think he's I think Damian Williams is gone. I think Damian Williams lost his job for sitting out. I think if we keep Darrell, Clyde, Le'Veon Bell is gone because maybe if Le'Veon Bell signs another veteran contract, like maybe we'll keep him. But it has to be a veteran minimum. We cannot sign him to anything else. I would keep him, but I think the big things that we need gone is Anthony Hitchens. His cap hit's going to be really big, and then Sammy Watkins. Those are the two players that because I don't want to pay Sammy Watkins fucking $12 million a year for him to play 4 games.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. That's been the story of his career. Like, not even just his time with KC, his career. It's nothing but getting paid.
He was a top 10 pick, wasn't he? Didn't Buffalo take him top 10?
Probably.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Buffalo took him top 10, so.
All of those names that you just said, Hitchens, Watkins, Williams, like, the Chiefs would be exactly where they are right now without all of those guys. Yep. The Chiefs could easily take a linebacker in the first round and have him immediately fill in and take. Anthony
we did in this draft with Willie Gay. Willie Gay's replaced. Willie Gay, he's gonna be so good.
He's developed very nicely. He looks like a great player now.
And I'm curious to think what we do with DeAndre Baker when he comes back from his fucking, his leg being ripped in half.
Kill him.
We can kill him.
Does Shav Ward get? Because Shav Ward's gonna want more money. Does Shav Ward get cut?
With Snead playing well, like, he better take. Yeah. Like at the end of the day, the Chiefs are going to be places, or is going to be one of the top tier places where people come and take a pay cut to chase a ring essentially.
Right.
So I think if you want to play, you can't be greedy. Like, there's a few guys that can be, and that they've already been signed with the likes of, but like Chris Jones, Mahomes, Hill, Kelsey. Like, those are probably the 4 players that I can say can be greedy. Maybe even Tyrann Mathieu. Other than that, like, if you want to play here, you better learn the culture quick.
Yeah.
And don't fuck around.
Don't do it. Kareem Hunt was the leading rusher. He looked really good. He fucked around one time and he was gone. I'm with it, man. That's how you got to do it. It's don't kill me for saying this, but it's the Patriot way. You know what I mean? That's how they were successful for too long. Fuck Tom Brady. You know, that's one guy. They had all of the players coached like that, and that's what makes the Chiefs most dangerous to me. Like, I could give a fuck about Patrick Mahomes. Honestly, I'm kind of sick of this motherfucker already. But the fact that they're building a culture and that they're in every game, like that kind of mentality, that's dangerous. That's what's making me like the AFC Championship is going to become commonplace at Arrowhead, even though it already has. Like, it's going to continue that way for the next 6 years because of that culture is more important than any player that they can have in there.
Yeah. So regardless, yeah. What Marlon would say?
Sorry. Yeah, I was just saying, especially with whatever was happening with Deshaun Watson, you don't know where he's going to end up. I mean,
Bro,
I don't know.
I wouldn't be surprised, dude. Like, it sounds weird to say it. It really does. Like, with people like the likes of Deshaun Watson, like, wouldn't it make more sense to him to go to an NFC team? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, wouldn't he have more of a realistic opportunity? Under the logic you just mentioned, Theo.
I get what you're saying.
Under logic, like it's going to be the Chiefs and AFC Championship every year at Arrowhead. Like, wouldn't you give yourself a better opportunity going to an NFC team to actually make it to the Super Bowl?
I mean, I guess I could see that, but like, I don't know if that's going to be a huge deciding factor.
No.
Like, because you want to go where the opportunity is the best, and honestly, like, we've been talking about it the past couple of weeks, both on and off the podcast. Like, Indianapolis has got to be the quarterback's dream.
That
is paradise for a quarterback. I mean, like, you get that offensive line. Paris Campbell's coming along. I believe that's his name, right? Not Paris Campbell.
No, you're right. Paris Campbell.
Well, Paris Campbell too, but Michael Pittman Jr. is the one I was trying to talk about. He's coming along.
Pascal.
I mean, they're going to have that run game. I mean, there is nothing wrong with that offense, and you have a top defense to like with that. I mean,
listen.
Great.
I told Theo this. I'm telling you whatever. Deshaun Watson, Stafford, or any top tier quarterback that's in likes of trade or free agency, you go to Indianapolis, you're instantly a Super Bowl candidate with the run game combined with the run game, the offense, and we're gonna assume that quarterback can elevate every receiver, you know, because they're good, they're good.
I mean, they looked good, and they made wild card with Phillip Rivers, and
Phillip Rivers was pretty good after that bye.
He was pretty good, but I think Jonathan Taylor was better after that bye.
Oh,
I'm just saying, like, Jonathan Taylor, I'm not saying that's what kept him in it, but like he's what because I mean, like, for the most part, like, you know, quarterbacks have bad games, and then you rely on your run game maybe to counteract it. And Jonathan Taylor was like kind of pitch perfect in that role.
Yeah, no doubt.
So can we talk about Robert Saleh for a little bit, because that's been one of the most intriguing hires to me. I think Robert Saleh's a great coach. It might not be established in the podcast world, but it's definitely established with you two boys how much I loved the 2013 Seahawks and the Legion of Boom. Yeah. And Robert Saleh was on that staff, as was Chris Richard, who is the best thing to happen to our defense in years, as was Dan Quinn, who's the Cowboys' new defensive coordinator. Like that, everybody on the defense, that's the new 2000 Ravens, as in everybody who was on that staff is getting jobs, and high-profile jobs at that. Like, Robert Saleh, I think he's got the makings of a great head coach. He can create a culture, which I think the Jets badly need a new they have the opposite of the Chiefs culture, like what I was talking about. You know, like the Jets are going into every game expecting to lose.
Yeah.
I will say they didn't look great, but compared to what they looked good at the end of the season. They were playing like let's be honest here, like they should have beat the Raiders. They should have been on a 2-game winning streak.
Oh, for sure.
And I just
they beat the Rams.
Flacco looked impressive.
Who?
I think Sam Darnold. If Sam Darnold stays, he'll be fine because Gase is gone.
What did you say, Marlon? That you thought Sam Darnold?
No, I thought Joe Flacco looked kind of impressive.
Joe Flacco he looked better than Sam Darnold. Like, I gotta wonder how long Sam Darnold is going to be sticking around there, especially like if Deshaun Watson goes to the Jets.
Oh, Darnold's gone.
Well, if Deshaun Watson goes to the Jets, Darnold's probably going to go to the Texans.
Well, really, that's how that works.
Honestly,
well, I mean, they're going to want a quarterback.
I know.
If they traded Deshaun Watson and it was like Deshaun Watson for Sam Darnold and at least one first-round pick.
No, they're getting more. They're going to get more than that.
No.
So listen.
That's what I'm saying. At least one first-round pick. Like, that would work.
Listen, hear me out. Listen. You trade Deshaun Watson, you get Sam Darnold. I think it's going to be 2 or 3 first-round picks for Deshaun Watson and maybe some seconds, whatever it may be. And then what you do is, because if you get the Jets first-round pick, that's number 2. You trade Sam Darnold and get more picks. You take the second overall pick and maybe get like a Justin Fields or a Mac whatever his name is, Mac Jones. Like maybe someone like that. And then you capitalize on the Sam Darnold investment, trade that off, maybe get late second, maybe a third, or maybe I don't know, depending on if someone needs a quarterback, that maybe you get a first out of them. And then just reinvest your value in Sam Darnold into a draft pick.
Yeah.
I hope he doesn't go to Dallas. Said they traded Dak for Sam Darnold.
Jeez.
So I've actually been hearing a lot more about on the Justin Fields thing. I've been hearing more about Zach Wilson recently. Do y'all know about that? Like,
isn't the Gators guy? Isn't he Gators?
He's BYU.
BYU. Oh yeah. No.
Yeah.
I haven't really dug much into it. I haven't really dug much into the draft yet, to be honest.
Yeah.
This is just about the time of the year where I start getting really into the draft and I start really getting into prospects and stuff. Like, I mean, that's all we're gonna have for the next 2-3 months is like looking at this college film. So we're definitely gonna get into that. I'm looking forward to doing some player profiles in the future for sure.
And if COVID doesn't fuck around, that's all we're gonna have for the next 6 months. So, with that being said, I think it's a good place to stop. Super fun episode. Just nice, relaxed episode, chilling, talking, bullshitting. Mook, we'll talk to you some more. We'll figure out what we want to do in future episodes if you so would enjoy. But that's all I got. I think it was a super fun episode. What do you guys think? What you guys
Absolutely. I think it's a good stopping point. Marlon, it was an absolute pleasure to have you around. I was happy you finally got your shit together and was able to log on. I mean, I would say it was worth the wait. If we had to wait anymore, I don't know if I could be able to say that, but happy to have you, big guy.
Thank y'all for having me. It was fun.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely. Hey, peace, love, and positivity. Like, share, subscribe.
All right, deuces.